Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of Review Flicks. In this video, we're going to be talking about the brand new Echo trailer that recently dropped, and it has a TVMA rating on it, which is a mature rating. So it's going to be more violent, more brutal, more action-packed than what we're used to seeing from Disney TV shows. So guys, without further ado, let's jump straight into it and see what it has to show us. Okay, so Echo trailer, let's go. More mature, more violent.
Thanks for your loyalty.
Gonna have to talk over for copyright, guys. Viewer discretion.
On January 9th.
Let's see these fight scenes. Give us some good fight scenes in here. Already, the color palette looks more kind of Daredevil-esque. Alright, okay.
Killer.
I like where it's going.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. It's definitely more in tone with the Netflix show, that's for sure. Kingpin in there, kicking all kinds of foot. Oh, we got some blood splatter. Daredevil's in there.
If you want a war,
They're definitely. Oh wow, snapped neck. Okay. They're definitely
Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th at 6 p.m. PT. Set your Disney
January
Plus
9th,
profile
all
to
5
20
episodes, guys. So they're definitely focusing on the more brutal, violent, grounded aspect of this show. You know, that's what they're doing with these Marvel Spotlight shows. We recently talked about that in a Daredevil video, that Daredevil and the Echo show are going to be featured under the Marvel Spotlight banner, where it's going to be more grounded, more self-contained stories, and it allows them to do this more kind of brutal, violent, Netflix kind of almost theme TV shows. And guys, I had no interest in the Echo show, the Echo character whatsoever. Didn't care about her whatsoever. She popped up in Hawkeye, the series. I just had no interest whatsoever. And a lot of people have been telling me about this new trailer that we just watched. And it definitely does pique my interest a lot more now that I'm seeing, you know, how violent, how brutal, how action-packed it looks. And we got the Kingpin in there as well, guys. So if anything, watch it just for the Kingpin, because I mean, the Kingpin is always fantastic. But yeah, this trailer has definitely, you know, moved the needle for me slightly. Like I say, brutal, violent, action-packed. This is the kind of tone that I want from my, you know, from my Marvel shows. And they're giving us exactly what I think most of the fans are looking for. You know, action-packed, violent, Netflix-esque tone, as I say, guys. And it looks amazing. But yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on the trailer. We're going to jump into the small article, read a bit more about what's going on with the Echo show. And then we'll finish off by reading some comments on the YouTube trailer that we just watched. And let's see what some of you guys are saying about it. So, landing over here on comicbook.news. Marvel Studios has released a new Echo teaser with Rampage. It comes with a viewer discretion advised warning and teases it's Marvel's most intense series yet. The footage not only features brutal fight scenes by series star Alaka Cox as the titular character, but also Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin. Yeah, as I say, it definitely moved my needle ever so slightly. I'm definitely a little bit more excited after watching that small teaser. As I say, the fight scenes look great, the choreography looks amazing, you know, it looks brutal and violent and just really kind of more mature. And I think that's what the majority of the MCU audience are now looking for. We've been so used to this kind of generic, bland, you know, kind of silly humor within the MCU. People are just fed up with it. Nobody wants to see it anymore. That's part of the reason why the Marvels came out and absolutely bombed, because, you know, Marvel is just producing stuff that, you know, their fan base just don't want. They've alienated the fans, and them kind of pivoting to this kind of Marvel Spotlight shows where it's more grounded, self-contained, visceral, brutal kind of stories. I think this is what the fans are looking for, this more mature, as I say, visceral and brutal kind of TV show. This is exactly what we want, what we're looking for. And I think the more that they kind of cater towards this for the fan base, I think the happier people are going to be. But let's keep reading, guys. So, we've got the official poster here for Echo. Comes out on Hulu, January 10th. All of the episodes are going to be dropping at the same time, guys. So if you are interested in the show, you can binge the entire thing rather than having to watch it week to week, which is kind of cool if you're a binger and you like to do that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, the poster's okay. I mean, it's not the best thing I've ever seen. We've got Echo sitting on a motorbike. Looks like one of those kind of old-fashioned bikes from like the 60s, 50s, 60s. I'm not going to pretend that I know anything about bikes, so I'm not even going to try. But yeah, it looks like one of those old, more kind of fashion bikes, which is kind of cool. It looks like we've got Kingpin in the background here, and it looks like maybe this is a kind of gunshot on the wall, like a bullet hole. Looks kind of like it, but it kind of represents that he's been damaged in some way, I think. But yeah, poster's kind of cool. It's not the best thing I've ever seen, but it is what it is. So, looks good so far. So the early reviews have been iffy, but this actually looks really good. Just gotta hope that they are not showing the best parts in the trailer. I mean, how many times have we been victim to that in the film fan community? You know, when we see a trailer to a movie or a TV show, and we see the trailer and we think, oh man, that looks so good, that looks awesome. But then once you finish watching it, you're kind of like, I hope that everything they just showed in the trailer is not all of the best bits of the film. And then you go and watch the film's 2 hours long, and by the time you finish watching the film, you're like, basically everything they showed in the trailer is the only good parts that were in the film. Like, how many times has that happened? I know it's happened to me, guys. I've noticed that so many times, and you know that you've noticed it too. But let's hope that, you know, there are more great fight scenes than they're just showing in the marketing. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that, guys. To finish off the article, we're going to have a read of the synopsis for the show, for those of you who may not know what the show is actually about. Then we're going to hop over to YouTube and read some of the comments and replies to the teaser we watched at the beginning of this video. So the series is about the origin of Echo, who revisits Maya Lopez, whose ruthless behavior in New York City catches up with her in her hometown. She must face her past, reconnect with her Native American roots, and embrace the meaning of the family and community if she ever hopes to move forward. All 5 episodes, as I say, will stream on Disney Plus and Hulu on January 10th, 2024, so you can watch every single episode all at the same time, guys. You don't have to wait week by week, you know. So, with that down, guys, let's hop over to YouTube and let's read some of those replies to the teaser and see what people are saying. So, landing over here on the Echo trailer, let's go down and read these comments. So, this feels like a really good step for the MCU. A lot of us have grown up with the MCU, and it's welcome to grow with us. Yeah, it's definitely a good step for the MCU, that's for sure. It kind of echoes the sentiments of what I've already said in this video. And yeah, the more kind of visceral, brutal, violent nature, grounded kind of storytelling, this is what the fan base want. And hopefully we get more of this if it's successful. So, massive credit goes to the actor who plays Maya. She's actually deaf, and this is her first occurring credit. She's a badass. Okay, so she's actually deaf, the actress. I didn't know that. I have to admit, I didn't know that. And this is her first credit as well, acting credit. Is that true? I'll have to research into that, guys. But that's very interesting news. Yeah, that's definitely interesting. So this honestly looks like it could have become one of Marvel's most promising and intense projects, like they've released in a while. I really appreciate the serious tone and the TVMA rating to allow a more gore and brutality to be shown. Yeah, just echoes the sentiments again, guys. This is what the fan base want. They want this more grounded, more gritty, realistic, brutal nature of these MCU shows. This is what we want to see. This is what we hope to get. And let's hope that Marvel keeps going in this direction. So they must make more shows like this. This is exactly what the MCU needs to show, and we'll be here to watch it. Again, the same sentiments. More people are just saying the exact same thing, that they want more of this mature rating for their Marvel shows. I love that Marvel is banking on the mature rating. I love the Defenders series, and this is going to be a more promising first step into the new era of the MCU. Yeah, it is. I think it's given us a glimpse into where the MCU is going in the future. Not just the spotlight shows, but the actual MCU as a whole. They have to pivot back to what the fan base actually want. Stop giving us generic, bland, kind of the Marvels. Like, nobody wants that rubbish. We want this more mature, you know, R-rated kind of stuff. And as I say, guys, echoes the sentiments of what I've kind of already discussed. So this is a massive and incredible first step in the right direction for the MCU on Disney+. TVMA Marvel is back. Yeah, absolutely is back, and let's hope we get more of it going forward. The turnaround from nobody was asking for this when first announced to the hype being felt now is insane. Kudos, Marvel. Yeah, so this person kind of sentiments exactly what I was saying after the teaser trailer at the beginning of this video. It's definitely moved the dial for me. Like I said, I had no interest in the Echo character when they announced it. The first trailer, I didn't care whatsoever. But now seeing this like TVMA teaser of the more, you know, visceral kind of action, it's definitely got me interested. I'm definitely on board. But as I say, I hope they haven't shown all of the great, you know, all of the good fighting scenes in these trailers. Hopefully they, you know, show us some surprises in the actual show itself. So let's read a few more, guys, and we'll finish off the video. Now that's a well-edited trailer. Excited to see the action in store for us. Yeah. So happy for the character and the actress. I actually found Hawkeye to be one of the best Disney Plus series. That's interesting. There's not a lot of people that, you know, find it to be one of the best. It's definitely an interesting show. I wouldn't say it's the best. It's not the worst. For me, it fits somewhere in the middle. Perfect balance of Netflix grit and goofiness. Yep, another person who agrees with me that it's kind of got that Netflix isms, that kind of color palette, that kind of tone of the Netflix show, that's for sure. The Daredevil Netflix show, that is. So seeing it springboard into something that continues to feel that street level aesthetic is awesome. Yeah, we don't always need a world-ending threat. We don't always need a Thanos. We don't always need multiverses and crazy characters and big bads and galactic threats. We don't need all of that. Sometimes we just need the more grounded, street level kind of villain and, you know, smaller consequences, but makes it feel more realistic, more grounded, something that we can connect to a bit more as viewers. So let's read two more here, guys. I was already very hyped for Echo. This trailer just multiplied it even further. I think it's going to be the same for a lot of people, regardless of where they were before they saw this trailer. I think it's going to move the needle for a lot of people like myself. It's going to get people more excited looking at the action sequences that they showed in this trailer. And I think they did a great job highlighting that in this trailer. This is what the MCU needs. So guys, we're going to finish on that comment there. People are just echoing the kind of sentiment that I've been saying all throughout this video. That, you know, this is what the MCU needs. This is what people are looking forward to. This is what the fan base wants. We've been alienated with, you know, sort of humor, silliness, kind of childish garbage. And it looks like this is going to be getting more fans back on board with the MCU, getting people excited for these projects once again. And like I say, if it's successful, hopefully we get more of this, not just in the spotlight shows, but in the actual overall MCU going forward. That would be super exciting. So yeah, guys, that was the teaser. Let me know what you thought about this. Did this teaser move the needle for you? Did it get you more excited about the Echo show? Or do you still not care about it? Let me know what you think. Post your thoughts, comments, and opinions down in the comment section. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Once again, guys, I really appreciate you being here to watch this video with me. Thank you so much. I will see you soon.